Hey guys, it's Wanda. Welcome to Crazy Days. I'm in my high tunnel, my queen dome, and we've been doing a lot of work. About 3 or 4 days ago I came in. I've been taking plants out little by little for about a month because everything was kind of dying back. It was so hot, and what's been growing is amazing. But I limed some of my beds. I planted speckled butter beans that somebody sent me in a little bitty jar, and we're going to see if those grow on the other side of the high tunnel. But I've got some space on this side, and Survival Garden Seeds sent us several different types of seed vaults. And so from the 50 pack, it's called the Homesteader's Collection. I took out Black Beauty Zucchini and the San Marzano tomato. Y'all, I've not grown this tomato here before, but I've grown the Black Beauties, and they grow amazing. And we're going to see if they'll grow in my high tunnel right now. I'm going to direct seed sow them, and then I'm going to give you a little, show you what this high tunnel is looking like. We're going over to Danny's. He's been working hard. This morning we took out all the blackberries because we wanted them in the yard. We need the space for tender plants this winter. So he wants Cherokee yellow wax beans, just the bush beans. So it's the beans that we've saved. And then we got a special treat on the back. I found these seeds that somebody had sent us, and they were in our seed vault. And I'm like, I thought these were our seeds. And when I read the note inside, it was so special. So I planted the San Marzano tomatoes here in this section of the greenhouse. I only planted 4 hills, and we're going to see direct sowing. Will they come up? So far with Survival Garden Seeds, everything we've planted has grown. It's produced what it says it is. It's non-GMO. They're heirloom seeds, and we are giving away a 50 pack of the Homesteader collection over on Deepsouth Homestead. So on today's video, that's called Should we become pineapple farmers or something like that? Go over and comment and say, I would like the Survival Garden Seeds, or put Survival Garden Seeds in your comments somewhere, because we're going to draw for this in a day or so. In this section I put 4 of the Black Beauty zucchinis. This is the Queen Dome. The strawberries are doing amazing. They're hanging in there despite the heat. The ginger and turmeric is coming out like crazy. This whole section here, I've not planted anything in. This is where I put the tomatoes. It's next to this plant and this pepper plant. This is a peppercorn. And on this side we have this little house plant growing really well. The basil I trimmed back. This basil's going crazy. Have a few carrots over here behind the Black Beauties. A couple of ferns up top. Alright, watermelons. Danny's outside, so you know, we'll have to do what we can do. The Turkish watermelons, this is the size they get. Still blooming. Look at this thing. I thought it was about dead, and look at all the new growth from the Turkish watermelon and the blooms, and hopefully some small watermelons somewhere. I mean, it is just going crazy. Over here, a few more carrots. Marigold's going crazy. My tea tree is finally growing a little bit. We've got some more turmeric, and the chard, rainbow chard, is doing really great in this corner. I've been harvesting some of it, and it just keeps coming back out. Another peppercorn, and then we have our lantana, peppercorn, and a turmeric in here. Guys, I am rooting peppercorns just because some of you said you wanted them. I've got cucumbers growing. Look at the blooms. I've harvested several. Intermingled is some Malabar spinach, more basil, flowers coming up, more basil down there. These are butter beans. Y'all, look at the butter beans. I harvested from these last night enough to have a good mess, or a meal, some of you may call it. And then down here, I've planted a few beans. Look at there. What do you see? 3 days. Look at this. 3 days. Peppercorns, another flower, another hanging pot. I haven't planted anything here yet in this corner. I'm kind of saving it to think what I'm going to plant. Here I put the giant Christmas limas. I put 2. If these things grow, they will run this trellis like crazy. So we're going to have Christmas limas. They haven't come up yet because I just planted them yesterday. But all the speckled butter beans that I planted 3 days ago, look at them. I'd say 3/4 of them have come up. And somebody sent them to me in a jar, guys. So if you sent me some in a jar, this is them. I think they're going to all come up. I see where little bitty ones are starting where you don't see them green yet, but look at that. If I can keep the bugs out of them. My workers are here this morning. They always show up. I've got a lot of helpers, y'all. See here? They punch the time clock, come in the door, and they start to work. And then I have more turmeric, some onions, aloes, and a flower. And we have our worm castings here, just in case. When you enter Danny's high tunnel, this is all you see, a mountain of banana trees. Isn't that amazing? We have a tree here that, this is a mimosa. I'm growing it for Billy from Permapasture's farm. We've got one growing and a lot in the yard that he can dig up. Strawberries are hanging in there. Danny's peppers, these are the yellow Marconis. We're getting peppers, they're blooming. More peppers, you see, that's what a yellow Marconi looks like. Usually they're longer than that, but we'll take anything on 3-year-old plants. The Malabar spinach is going crazy. I am saving seeds. I have put some up on Etsy. I will put some more, but look at this. Seeds galore. So if you want Malabar, look at that. Everywhere. I planted a couple of sweet potatoes in this bed, a couple on this end and a couple on that end, and they're about to meet each other. And this is my red raspberry. It's not doing too well, so we're probably going to have to take it out and move it. Danny extended the grapevine, and it is looking amazing. It's going all up, and he's wanting to plant more in here, so don't be surprised if we don't have more grapes soon. This is what is it called? This is a Full-Jew jalapeno, so it doesn't have the hot jalapeno, but oh my goodness at the jalapeno. We have let some get red, took them off, still not hot. They're amazing. More Malabar, and as you can see, it is just full of seeds all the way to the ceiling. And we have one on the other side right there doing the same thing. The horseradish, y'all, the bugs must love this stuff. They come in and they eat the horseradish, which is okay with me if they'll leave everything else alone. Look at this. We planted sweet potatoes in here. We took some slips and put in there, and look, sweet potato city. Isn't that amazing? This Malabar I'm trying to keep in this pot and not let it go up, so I keep winding it back in on itself, and look how pretty. Here, my asparagus bed, pretty much downed most of it, and we're going to see if it comes back out. It's wanting to in places, but probably going to dig the asparagus up, put it outside, and use this bed for tender plants. This whole side has been amended. We added some lime and flipped it and added a little bit more potting soil. And guys, we're fixing to plant Cherokee yellow wax bush beans. Just the bush beans that we saved from a couple of years ago. And this whole bed is going to be wax beans, yellow wax beans. Deep South yellow wax beans. And these are the cranberries. There are 4 of them in 4 different pots, and you can see they did produce a few, but it's not growing like we want it. So we're going to take these and take them to the other greenhouse that has fruit trees and use these pots for tender plants like beans and things like that. And you can see there's some dead in it there, but there's new growth. So they're not liking this atmosphere too well. It's too dry, I think. So we're going to change where they're at. On this side right here we have a trellis, and I'm probably going to interplant with this because I don't have anything planted here. These have just taken over. I'm going to kind of move those sweet potato vines. I'm going to be planting some beans that we got from someone, and I'm going to read you the note from 2017. These were harvested in 2017. I'm going to read you the note, but I'm pretty sure they are running beans, and we're going to put them on here and just see what happens. It says these black beans were grew in 2017. The weight is half a pound. My grandfather was born approximately 1876. He got these beans from his dad, and I don't know where my great-granddad got them. It is believed they could have came from his wife, who was an Indian lady. Dad calls them the old-timey cornfield beans. But they are old beans, and from the videos on YouTube I've seen, I really believe they are what is called the Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. I have planted Cherokee Trail of Tears beans in my high tunnel, and I'm telling y'all what, one of the most prolific and well-producing beans I've ever seen. And to have these seeds, that the original seeds date back that far. They keep them in the freezer, it said. I'm thankful. I'm going to try them. We're going to put maybe 8 or 10 across here, not too many, and see what happens, and see if we can grow these beans and see if they look like the Trail of Tears that I grew before. And thank you to the subscriber that sent this. We're going to see how it goes. So guys, come back and join us and see what goes on in both high tunnels, the Queen Dome, the King Dome. I got to get busy. I got this whole side to plant. It's fixing to get hot. It's already 80 degrees in here. I've got to turn the fans back on. And don't forget, comment on the video on Deepsouth Homestead today on should we be pineapple farmers? Put survival garden seeds in the comment that you leave. Thank you guys on crazy days.